What's your full name? Your full name?
Walter Frank Tomczak. Tomczak.
Great. And what's your birth date?
May 10th, 1922.
And where were you born?
Chicago, Illinois.
And you lived in Chicago for a while?
Yes,
I guess until you went into the service, right?
yes.
You served in the Army. Do you remember what unit in the Army you served with?
Served in World War II. Was part of the 81st Infantry Division. Stationed in Alabama. From Alabama, I went to Tennessee.
Okay.
There we went for maneuvers. Leaving Tennessee, we traveled to California, where we stayed at the camp, Fort San Luis Obispo.
Mm-hmm.
From there, we left after training in the desert, in the mountains of California. We boarded the ships and went to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed in Hawaii for a few months, practicing getting on and off large personnel transports. From Hawaii, we went to Guadalcanal.
Oh, okay.
Guadalcanal. We went to other islands, went all the way down to Australia, came back up north and made our initial landings in the Caroline Islands.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Ulithi, Peleliu, we were there until we left to go to the Philippines. From the Philippines, then we left there and made our move to Japan. We were in Japan then. Japan. Then we went back
home
to the States.
Yeah. You were there for quite a while. You saw a lot of.
Yes.
You saw a lot of the Pacific.
Was there quite a while.
And some places where there was a lot of action, a lot of battle, big battles.
Yes.
Peleliu.
The Battle of Peleliu We lost a lot of good men.
Yeah. That was one of the worst.
Yes, with the detached units which we had with our outfit. We went with practically 2 full divisions on this small island to get the Japanese to get out of there.
What was your rank?
My rank was T4. T4.
For people that aren't aware, T4 is
Tech sergeant.
Tech Sergeant. Okay.
We were part of the headquarters company.
Okay. And what's one of your most vivid memories from your time in the service? Something that sticks out to you the most?
I guess it was on the island of Peleliu. While we were hiding under huge palm trees and all that were shot down by the artillery from the battleships. And there we found that there was tremendous amount of Japanese that were on the islands that we made our landings. The first 3 days trying to get into positions where we could be at least bulletproof, which would keep us from having a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
These islands weren't large.
Mm-hmm.
They were small, but they were coral islands.
Right.
And wherever you ran into them and fell, you'd be cut by coral like a razor blade hit you.
Mm.
That was quite an experience. Looking back at it, I can say that I enjoyed it, being a part of it. There were some good times and there were bad times. We took what they brought to us.
Yeah. You served with a lot of good men too, I'm sure.
Yes, we lost a few. They're still buried out there on the islands. They left them there. The islands were beautiful, but after they got through it, they were shambles. There were natives that were still living on these islands with all this commotion going on. It's quite interesting.
After you came back from the service, I guess you started a family. You got married pretty quickly. You've been married 75 years, so you're Tell me about your family and what did you do when you got home?
When I got home, first thing I did was get married. And my wife, my beautiful wife, was there waiting for me. I was very fortunate. We got married on June 1st, 1946.
Mm-hmm.
Had all the, and at that time I had 5 children. Four boys and a girl.
Just like my family. I'm the youngest of 5.
And
4 boys and a girl.
And the 4 boys were all military. They were in World War II. The end of World War II, went into Korea, went in from Korea all the way down the line.
Yeah. Did you serve in Korea? No? You didn't serve in Korea?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No,
You had enough.
I had enough. I hit all the islands in Japan, the Philippines.
That was enough.
The Philippines was something else. People there were very, very attached to the Americans. They appreciated that we came in with such a massive force to try to give their islands back to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Quite an interesting war. Quite an interesting war.
Yeah.
We had some real wonderful times trying to do things without causing a lot of problems. If you could have seen the islands that we were on, it was unbelievable. They were extinct volcanoes. And the Japanese at that time were on these islands after World War I. And they built into the mountains narrow train tracks with cars on them that they could go from one mountain to another mountain with guns loaded on these flat cars that they could shoot down at the people coming up the mountainside.
Mm.
It was a hell of a war. We lost quite a few.
Yeah.
But we're very proud to be a part of it.
You should be. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.